happen to anybody.
They use clips of your shit in court cases.
I mean, I don't even know of many examples. It's bound to happen.
I mean, only difference is Vlad refuses to give it to him. You send it in.
I've never.
Yeah, you send it in and you sign off a clearance.
What's your example of that? What did I send in? Yeah, never happened.
You sent in the Big U paperwork.
No, I didn't. Okay. I emailed them. Okay. My lawyers forwarded them the cease and desist that Big U had, that Big U's lawyers
What's
had
your
sent
instructions?
Them. I told them to do it. The fuck do I care?
Yeah,
that's cease and desist. I would have shown it on the podcast.
What the fuck does he care?
Yeah. But I mean, that's clearly different than like me.
When they said, Vlad, we need the stuff on KVD, he said, absolutely not.
Hey, Wack, he turned that video surveillance in too. From out there in the alley. Yeah. He turned that in. And he turned the cease and desist letter. Yeah. So he turned in more than you think he did. I guarantee you that.
That's cool.
Denied him.
The thing about that is that they were asking him for something that realistically didn't even exist.
And they said you the one supplied the chick that Big U was jerking off to on the phone, having phone sex. You the reason why he can't go to his son's funeral. You read the paperwork, right?
I wasn't the one who supplied that back.
All right, so I want to say this, right? And I'm gonna pull this up now. Big U was allowed to go view the body. And let me pull this up to make sure, you know, that I'm correct. But Big U was allowed to go view the body of his son, and he was allowed to watch the funeral from jail. But he was allowed to go view, I guess, when nobody was there, and he wasn't able to attend it while everybody was there. But I want to make sure, because I did look it up and I seen it, and it said that he was allowed to go view the body. And I wanted to show y'all, and we're going to see this together and make sure that's what it said. From my understanding, that's what it said, and that's what I read. So we're going to look it up again and make sure. Because from my understanding and what I read, he was allowed to go, but not to the funeral with everyone else. You know, let me see what this says right here. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Or he might have been, you know, it might have been asked to do that, but let's see. Hold on. Let's see. It might have been asked, but we're going to read this together. I'm going to pull this up and let y'all see this as well. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up as well. Hold on. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Let me let y'all see this right here. Hold up. You know. Let me see here. Hold up. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's see what this say. You know, because this is what I get out of it. But, you know, I want to see what y'all think about it. Let's see what y'all think about it. And smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. And yeah. Let's see what y'all think about this one here. Okay, let me see here. Just say application. Let me see here. Application. Hearing held. Defendant and counsel are present. Also present are pretrial service officers Fatima Vasquez and Deputy U.S. Marshal Job Judino. It says the case is called and counsel state their appearances. The court invites counsel to present their oral arguments. Arguments by counsel are heard for the reasons stated on the record. The court denies the application for temporary release to attend religious burial. As an alternative accommodation, the court offers defendant a private visitation with his deceased son and a remote video conference that would allow defendant to view the funeral service in coordination with the U.S. Marshal Service. The court order of detention pending trial remains in effect. It's so ordered. From my understanding with this right here, it looks to me that they allowed him to go view the body. They didn't allow him to attend the funeral with everyone else, but it looks like the feds took him to see his son before he was put in the ground. And, you know, Wack is on there just, you know, saying anything. You know, he just makes up anything. These guys, they do a lot of lying and they just can't keep it real. But the paperwork right here says something different. If we just being real, you know, of course they wasn't going to let Big U go to the funeral around everybody else. Of course, we know that. But they did take him to go see his son before he passed. But you know, a lot of people be on the internet doing a lot of lying and capping. And also, some of Big U family members had wrote letters, you know, trying to ask, can they let Big U come to the funeral? But if we just being real, I've only seen whereas though if you're in jail that they take you to the viewing. Straight up. They let you go to the viewing by yourself and let you see your loved one before they're buried with nobody else there. I've never seen whereas though they let you go to the whole funeral from jail. I've never seen that. And you know, I've known plenty of people that have done it. You know, my dad had to do it. So it's like, I don't know, you know, they just come up with a lot of lies. And, you know, they always want to make things benefit their narrative. And, you know, Wack lined that man up with the authorities. So it's a joke to him. He don't care about Big U, his son, or anybody else in Big U family. All he care about is making sure, you know, they locked up and he clowned the situation. Certified goofy, man. But y'all see it right here. You know, Big U was allowed to go see his son. And that's what the court motion says. You know, y'all see it yourself. But you know, Wack gonna get online and lie. Go up on the Adam and Wack show and straight lie about it. You know, manipulating the situation. Straight foo-fafi. But we put it out there, you know, the real. And this is the documents. So y'all get to see it yourself, man. Yeah. Straight goofy stuff, man. If we just being real. Wack is a certified hater. Certified hater, man. You know, that man wanted Big U out the way so bad. You know, he didn't, you know, care about nothing. This situation here really exposed Wack for who he was, even though everybody knew Wack wasn't right. But this situation with loose cannon and Big U getting indicted and Wack running around with loose the way he was, let everybody know that Wack is them people. You know, that Wack is working. You know, that Wack has been working. We see Wack on the paperwork as suspect number 4. And Wack isn't concerned at all. He goes back to the crime scene every single week and does a podcast and doesn't care about anything. So we can all see this. But yeah, another lie from Wack, you know, another lie. And, you know, Wack is going to get his one day. Trust me. And it's going to come unexpectedly, you know, because he's not living right. And when you not living right and you constantly, you know, doing certain things, being foul, manipulating, crossing people, and you think that everything going to go good for you, the day that Wack has to answer, it's going to be a surprise to him. And nobody's going to want to hear what you got to say. You know, that's going to be the time that he begs for forgiveness. Oh, why me? Please. It's going to be his turn. You know, people get a turn, man. Especially when you like a foul individual and you don't understand that you got to make a change in your life. You know, and I think Wack is too far gone in working with them people and the individual he is that he'll never, you know, even attempt, because him making a change is not gonna benefit him at all. He can't eat the same. He can't do what he's doing living right. He gotta live wrong to survive. And that's his whole game plan. You know, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button and share this live. You know, I appreciate all of y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. Big facts. Yeah. Another lie from Wack. Per usual, another lie. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all.
I'm sure that Big U's got baddies of his own.
No, that was a taco truck lady, I believe.
A Lupe?
Whoa, that's racist.
Hitcho Lupe. No, she was the Papusa lady.
No, that is so racist.
Not as
No,
racist
the
as
taco truck
having
lady.
sex with a Mexican woman.
The taco truck lady is named in the indictment, and you just go straight to Lupe.
No, I'm saying she's like a Lupe style character.
So you,
Lupe was the Papusa lady.
her and Lupe kind of built alike. Guess
How would you describe the shape? Like a barrel. I love you, Lupe. I thought we did a long way, Lupe. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Listen. I ain't.
What if she's still kicked out the Forest Circle? She's gonna get reactivated with the
so
Crit
listen,
Mac
did
era.
y'all run the Big U content on the news?
What was the content? You suing him?
I never sued Big
You sued WorldStar.
WorldStar and LA Media.
I seen you celebrating on your Instagram today. I don't know if they talked about it on the news, but
No, they talk about, listen, hey, I told you what I was going to do.
let me break it down. Should I tell the world?
Tell it what you want.
So, okay, on WorldStar at one point, the website, which, you know, approximately 15 people per day check. I'm sure it does fine. On the WorldStar website, there was a video purporting to contain evidence and allegations of Wack100 being a federal informant. This video ran on the WorldStar site. You see it. You're upset. You reach out. Basically, the gist of what happened is that Big U, who has a close working relationship with WorldStar because they at one point hosted his podcast, Checking In, which I filmed an episode of that never came out. And all of season 2 never came out. But Big U basically sent it to WorldStar, told
His
them
business partners.
this is legit, and said, hey, can y'all post this? apparently they didn't really feel the need to do any background research into it. And they did release it. They put it on their platform. And then you basically threatened them and said, hey, I'm suing you because you posted false information about me.
I did not threaten them.
You just sued them.
Yes.
And then they settled.
Well, they filed they tried to file some paperwork. The judge pretty much said, we need to research this because see, here goes the thing. When you file a civil suit on somebody, right? Mm-hmm. All doors are open.
Meaning you have access to their texts, their emails. You get
access to everything pertaining to this.
But it's like you get search terms. Like you're able to basically be like, I want to do discovery on Wack100's phone and I want to see anything containing the word Adam and no jumper.
You get to open the files up to a case, everything. Thorough, full investigation, right? It was crazy because it's a document that says that whoever this back and CS2 dude is.
You know, when you listen to him speak like that, right, and act like he doesn't know what it is, it makes you understand that you gotta know that you had something to do with it, right? Because then I think about, you know, when he tries to say the channel name, he act like he doesn't know the channel's name, but he knows the saying that we have when we start the show and when we close out, right? But he doesn't know the name. So we know Wack isn't right. We know Wack is them people, and you know he's being exposed for sure.
Is in fear of his family in the main streets. I'm not from main streets. I've never stepped foot in the main streets in my life. Mm-hmm. I may have drove down the street, but I've never been in the main street.
But it doesn't say that you was in the main street. It says you was in fear of the main streets. So how do you take that and make it what you want to be? If you are in fear of the main street, what does that have to do with you going down the main street? Like, you're in fear. Like, you see how, you know, he tries to lie and manipulate it to make it look like something when it's clearly him saying something else.
And he was a low-level drug dealer, right? I'm not a drug dealer. And if I was a drug dealer, I definitely wouldn't be a low-level one.
Wack, stop. Stop, Wack. Stop. You already said you didn't know what to do with the shit. He's a blue-collar crime individual. So no, you didn't know what to do with any work. You don't know how to move work. People that extort people don't know how to move work. They just know how to extort stuff. They don't know how to move work. It's a certain type of art to be able to move the work. You don't have that.
If that's what I chose to do. But they ran their narrative, Big U with his slow ass, right? Went over there with his business partners, and this is what's funny, and got them to do it. They trusted it, right? When I filed the suit, they doubled back to him. Hey, send us, he ain't have nothing. Right? So the judge like, hey, put it on the table, right? Ain't nothing there. There's nothing to show that this man is whoever this individual is.
But so this got to the point where it was almost going to go to trial?
Hell yeah. Because at this point in time, when they filed their motion and the judge was like, no, y'all got to put it on the table.
How much do you think you spent on challenging them? Like, I mean, it costs a lot of money to prepare this kind of legal defense.
I don't know, because and this is what I tell people. Look, man, I'm not.
Now, I'm going to say this right now. When Adam just asked him, how much did it cost to prepare this? He said he didn't know. You know all the dates of everybody's court dates, phone conversations, and now you saying this is a big lawsuit and you don't know how much this costs to prepare it? Doesn't make any sense at all. He's lying. Straight up.
One of these dudes. you should understand this. Well, I don't know how you do yours. My attorneys stay on continuous retainer. So I'm, I don't really get bills like that because it's a continuous thing that just goes to them.
Wack, stop lying, Wack. Stop lying. So you mean to tell me they filed the lawsuit and you got 6 figures and they didn't get nothing? You just paid them the retainer? That doesn't even sound right, Wack. Like, you really think you talk to the Clubhouse people every time you talk? I know Adam is really sitting there looking at him in his brain saying, Wack, you're lying.
What the f are your lawyers doing the rest of the time? Because I'm not like
it doesn't matter. But I don't. It doesn't matter when it pops up. They deal with it. I may have 2-3 things going on at one time. You got to remember, it just ain't for me. It's for my clients as well, right? So depending on what's going on, I may put them on it. I don't. So I can ask them. You know what I mean? I know. We did all right. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that this?
I know we wasn't 5 figures. I know we was 6 figures.
Is
Wack is lying. You hear the tone of his voice. When Wack is sincere about something, his tone of voice, he turns into, yeah, if he feeling like he's sincere, that nigga just turned it. I know we did 6 figures. We only did 6 figures, we did all right. Come on, man. Hey, Wack, man. Stop the cat, man. Stop, man.
this, like, I feel like some people are going to try to create a narrative. Wack is suing to hide the truth about him being a cooperator and an informant.
Brother.
Why would you sue if it wasn't true?
That's
what they're going to say.
That's why you sue. If it's true, they're going to rule against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, if somebody says something about you, right, and you know it's true, and you go sue them, they're going to be like, okay, put it all on the table.
Wack sued because the situation hit home. That's just bottom line. Wack sued because the situation hit home. And he knows that he's a confidential informant and they not supposed to expose his ass.
Now everything comes out. So when you go sue somebody, especially when you're dealing with a company like that, they had a pretty big law firm over there. Yeah. I got a pretty big law firm as well.
Well, WorldStar is owned by this giant company that owns a bunch of other businesses. Basically,
what did I tell you?
They have large, deep pockets.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
They're worth suing.
Okay, listen. So, and when you're dealing with companies like that, they'll string you out and stretch you out. Yeah. Right? If they got a chance at winning because they feel they're right, and WorldStar defense, right? They trusted this dude. A lot of people trust Big U. Listen, bro. I know Eugene. I know Big U. His name,
Eugene Henley. Don't do it. My wife, my kids. That nigga went straight to I know Eugene. That nigga went straight to I know Eugene. Hold up, man. Hey, yo. Listen to this lying individual, man.
Overshadows his intelligence and expertise in anything. I know him. I've had to deal with all these dudes call themselves defending him, don't know him. They may know him as a homie from their neighborhood. I know the guy that would call me and say, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? If you can call me 50 times, Wack, how do you change a tire? I can, by right, say, yo, Adam don't know how to change a tire. So I know what he's good at and what he's not good at, right? What he's good at is he's in positions so people will call it. And then he knows, okay, I know Wack got these people, S-Mac got them people, this dude got these people. So then he'll call everybody and say, hey, I got this dude on the phone, want to do this. Once he gets us on the phone, he goes on mute. He don't talk no more. He let you do all the business, and then he'll simply come in and get his cut. Right? That's what he doesn't know. If you was to ask him about the music business and how it works and the breakdown of it, he couldn't tell you.
That's interesting because, like, think about being the company that owns WorldStar and one random employee makes a bad decision. Think about how many random clips they post every day of some girl twerking on some guy and she shits her pants or whatever. But there's probably just like almost no oversight.
They trusted it. No, I mean,
it's probably a guy posting from his phone.
Let me tell you something, bro. I helped WorldStar get on. Me and Kevin Black.
Back in the day? Or?
Got them their first 2-3 million followers.
Yo, it never fails for Wack to say he helps them get started. It never fails. Hold up. Now you help WorldStar get on. Oh, man.
Oh, on the gram. Okay.
And guess what? I sued them back then too.
For what?
Because the company that me and Kevin Black use, you don't remember when Kevin Black was named vice president of WorldStar Hip Hop? You can Google it.
This is before or after Q died?
No, this is Q. This is when Q started it. Q started it. Kevin Black had an office down there in Culver City. He names Kevin Black VP of WorldStar, right? Me and Kevin Black run the play. We got the dude that drives traffic back then. We contract him, right? Boom, dude drove the traffic. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. He drives the traffic. When it comes time for him to cut the check, they fire Kevin Black. But yet Kevin Black, as an employee of WorldStar, contracted this gentleman who was upstairs in Kevin Black's same office. So when they didn't pay the bill, they came back to me. And
now, Adam asked Wack about the settlement. Wack went to when he helped WorldStar get on, and he's saying he sued him before. Adam asked Wack about right now. You sued him, you got a check. All right, what about your lawyer? How much did they cost? All that. Wack lied about the settlement. So now he can't answer that. So let's talk about when I sued him before. Come on, man. Something that you didn't get no money off before. Then you're lying, saying that you helped them get 1 million, 2 million subscribers, man. Hey, yo, dude be lying, man.
I put the same legal team that was on this is the same legal team that went and claimed that. It was, you know, it was a high 6 figures. That's a fact that they paid him. So, you know, I've been dealing with WorldStar forever.
The weird thing about...
So I need y'all to catch that too, right? He said he sued him, right? But then said, I put the same legal team that I put on this one on them, and that they paid the other guy 6 figures. So he ain't saying he got any money for suing him last time, but he said he sued him, but he put his same legal team onto the other guy that got 6 figures. Did y'all catch that right there? All lies. You hear me? I don't think Wack settled anything with WorldStar right now. I think the situation is still actively open, and I don't think anything has settled, and I think Wack is just lying.
Suing somebody for saying that you're a federal informant, is that by definition a federal informant is supposed to be secretive, right? Like how could you really definitively prove that that's not the case?
I'm gonna be real. I don't really know how federal informants work, but inform.
Look at his face. How
they structure what they do, I can't tell you. But I will tell you this. I believe.
Listen.
This is my belief. I don't know.
Listen to him.
That if somebody was to sue a company, right? And he was really an informant, right?
Right.
This is my belief. I don't know. I think maybe something would go down behind the scenes because you kind of like, you manipulating. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you're an informant, but you can't do that because we can't allow this person to be sued by you because of this. Maybe your coverage is blown and maybe they're going to have a conversation and the lawsuit goes away. I can't see the federal government allowing a company or entity to be booked when they're in the right.
Right, because then you'd have a foolproof way to expose everybody who was working as an informant. All you have to do is sue them and do discovery to get.
You gotta remember, they didn't sue me, I sued them.
Yeah.
For defamation.
Yeah.
See, when you come with defamation and slander, ain't none of that. See, if you was an informant and you did that, I would assume that whoever you working for gonna say, that's on your dumb ass. You sued them, so now they got the right to dig in and expose.
Right.
That's on your dumb ass. Right? But if you're not that,
you see how he's scratching his head? Hey, yo, when Wack get the lion, right? He get the scratching his head. He get the dancing all around, doing all this shit, right? It lets you know he lying. Yeah, you see he's scratching his leg. He's scratching his head. Everything's itching now. You know, when the lies start kicking in, his body start itching. You see that shit. Look at it.
And again, I don't sue street niggas. I can show you on my phone, they wanted to name Big U. I could have hit him too. Baby, what I tell him? No, take his name out. I'm dealing with the entity. I got to deal with a street nigga in the
Definitely does the fake cough too. Definitely. Hold up. Let me pull this back some.
dig in and expose.
Right.
That's on your dumb ass. Right? But if you're not that, and again, I don't sue street niggas. I can show you on my phone, they wanted to name Big U. I could have hit him too. Baby, what I tell him? No, take his name out. I'm dealing with the entity. I got to deal with a street nigga in the street. But if you that and you a platform, I'm gonna come get you.
You hear Wack though? This how you know he the police. He's on this platform saying that I gotta deal with a street nigga in the street, but at the same time talking about a lawsuit. That just doesn't go at the same time. So you saying, all right, I'm gonna sue the business people, but I'm gonna take it to the street with the street people. Just saying this like it's normal. That boy working hard
all day long.
Yeah, I can't say
listen, if a situation pops up, what do? I just send the information to the legal. You ever heard them call me about a bill? I got my legal team from a very special person. Joseph Isgrove.
Who's that?
Googling. Very, very important person.
Yo, this nigga's crazy, man. Just, you know, you can look and see the lies just coming out of his eyes, his face.
Okay.
Very, very strong person. Don't look like me. Very respected Italian guy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? My entertainment team came from there. My music team, my radio team, Suge Knight, that was the secret to my success, was Joseph Isgrove. He gave me his independent radio team. I was the only dude running around here that can get music and songs in rotation on the radio like the majors.
So if you could do all this, right? Why are you asking Birdman for a budget? If you had that much power to put anybody on the radio and, you know, you can do what you want. Why would you need Birdman for a budget? If you so rich, you got all these connections, you wouldn't need Birdman for a budget. You wouldn't be on the joint talking about, hey, Birdman, do I got my budget? That wouldn't be coming out your damn mouth.
You want to know what was Wack niche? How did he get on? What was it so special about Wack that made people want to deal with him? It was that.
There we go. Do we want to talk about what we did last night? We had a little adventure last night.
Yeah, I mean, for
yeah, man. If you haven't already smashed that like button, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man, and share this live, man. Yeah, Wack is a liar, and all he does is lie. He makes up things. He just can't be truthful. And when you really listen to it, it's like he tell you he lying. You know, the stuff doesn't make sense. You know, it's like a third grader telling you they didn't steal the candy and you can see the candy stain in their mouth. It's like, yo, I see the stain. The dye is in your mouth. Oh, I didn't steal the candy. Yes, you did. You just ate it. No, I didn't steal the candy. That's what it is with Wack. Straight up. And it right there in your face. You know, but y'all see how he deflected from talking about how much the attorney cost. Yeah, that never got answered. He doesn't know anything about the attorney. He never gets a bill. So how much is your retainer fee? If you never get a bill from an attorney, what is your retainer fee? If you saying you pay a retainer fee. Man, that stuff don't even make sense, man. You know, it's all lies. And I don't think, you know, he's gonna win the lawsuit. I don't think so. Straight up. I don't think he's gonna win the lawsuit at all. But he's gonna act like it. You know, usually when you have like a lawsuit going on, it tells you in the paperwork, right, to not talk about it in detail, right? Wack is saying that he has an attorney. Wack's been talking about this stuff in detail for a long time, publicly. And it usually says, because I've sued somebody before, right? You know, it says in the paperwork that you shouldn't be talking about the case. But Wack's been publicly talking about the case the way he is, right? As if, you know, he was doing a favor for the case. This is why I think, you know, Wack's not gonna win the case. World Star ain't saying nothing. Wack's doing all this talking and he's looking like a fool. Straight up.